It's Ukraine's coldest winter yet since the start of the full-scale invasion, and there have been really terrible power cuts and blackouts as a result of continued Russian strikes, which have only increased over the last several weeks. In order for the population to be able to cope a little better, they've created a network of so-called invincibility points. It's these tents that there are over 1,000 of around the city where people can come out of the cold to warm up. There are a lot of reasons why the city, the capital, isn't able to keep up with the power situation. And it's not just because of the Russian attacks. Ooh, it's nice and cozy in here. This is one of the invincibility points. There's over 1,000 of them around the city, and they keep people warm in neighborhoods where there's no power, but that's not all they do here. There's food, there's internet via Elon Musk's Starlink, and there are tables where people can do all kinds of things like do their homework or just charge their phones. The main reason the power is going in and out is because of the Russian attacks, the missile strikes, the drone strikes that are hitting power stations and substations, and they're just not able to repair them fast enough to keep the electricity on. But that's not the only thing at play here.
One of the first things the Trump administration did once in power was to dismantle U.S. aid, America's Foreign Assistance Fund. This had an impact around the world, but especially in Ukraine, where U.S. aid had an effective $980 million program to restore damaged energy infrastructure. On top of that, Ukraine was rocked by a $100 million corruption scandal last year. Business partners of President Volodymyr Zelensky were accused of siphoning the money from the state-owned nuclear power company, money that could have been plowed into fixing the grid. That is, of course, little consolation to the millions of people trying to survive Ukraine's worst winter of war yet.
The corruption scandal in the energy sector obviously isn't a good look for Ukraine or for the Zelensky administration. But there's another way of looking at it. In a country like Russia, top officials don't lose their jobs because of corruption. They only lose their jobs because of disloyalty to Vladimir Putin. And the fact that the chief of staff of the Zelensky administration was forced out and a number of other top officials had to quit or even fled the country, it actually gives me a little hope that in Ukraine things are done a little bit differently.